Hi guys, my name is Anishta Sajid and I'm master student in UK and I'm going to talk about the foreign admissions and study visa and how to apply and what things you need while applying. So all the details will be discussed in this vlog. So stay tuned and watch till the end. So you can, if you are preparing or want to or you're thinking about studying abroad, so it will be very helpful for you.
Now moving on to the next part.
So first of all, I think we need to start planning almost 1 year before the degree we are applying for. For example, if you are applying for the undergraduate or the master's degree, so you need to start planning almost 1 year before the actual degree when you want to apply for it. So first of all, while thinking about the studying abroad, there are like a lot of options where you want to study. For example, few students maybe want to study in UK, while other students maybe prefer Australia. So it depends that according to your choices where you want to study and what place suits you better. So I think if we have a lot of time, for example, if you are searching 1 year before actual applying, for example, if you are applying for undergraduate, so you start searching your degrees during your intermediate, or if you are applying for masters, so you start exploring it during your 6th or 7th semester of your bachelor's degree. So the advantage of this is that you have a lot of time to search out the exact course you wanted to go for, the exact university you want to go for, and what's actually makes you more confident about your choices. For example, if you want to go to a particular university and you just started searching it out after ending your bachelor's degree and you don't have that much time, and maybe there are a lot and lot of things you miss out the procedure, and these things really take time. So I would suggest that you guys should at least start 1 year before actual the time when you want to get into the university. So first of all, explore the different options, search out different countries. For example, there are like UK and other European countries and also Australia. So you first need to search out the different universities and particular course that you want to study. After that, IELTS. So when you are done with selecting the university and the particular course you wanted to go for, so most of for going to the most of the countries, IELTS is necessity. So the English language test that we call the IELTS. So it's very important. So you need to start preparing for it. Like you need to start preparing for the IELTS and then give the IELTS exam. Now we will. It's just I will just going to explain the what IELTS is and how many parts of this test is. As for the IELTS detailed guide, there will be another vlog with a lot of details about each particular a part of the IELTS and everything. So today I'm just going to give some overview of IELTS. So what's IELTS? Basically, IELTS is International English Language Testing System, and it consists of 4 parts. First of all, there's listening test and the reading then test and writing test and speaking test. And each test is also consist of parts. So that's why I said that I'm going to explain it in a particular separate vlog, because there are a lot of details about IELTS that can't be covered in a single that. Now you need to complete your application, your university application, because every university when you apply for it they require if you are, as I mentioned, most of the countries require IELTS test or English proficiency test. So when you complete the application, so you need to mention your IELTS results. When you first apply to the university, you just fill the application and you left the IELTS part empty because you just started IELTS or maybe didn't have it gave the exam yet. So after giving the IELTS exam, you mention it there and complete your application. After that, you will get an offer letter from university, which will be like you got the admission and like details that in this particular course and this is the duration and you got admission in it. So offer letter is basically the admission confirmation. And after that, you need to submit your initial fee. So depending on the different universities and different places, it vary. And some have the rules like they have the initial fee like almost 50%, and some have like universities have like less than 50%. So I would suggest that you guys should search on the university website. After like finalizing everything, you should go to the university website you're applying for, and there will be details about particular initial fee. After submitting your initial fee, you will send them the like record of the initial fee that we have submitted that, and they will issue the cash letter. So cash letter is basically is a letter in which university confirms that this person or the student is like applied for this particular degree in this particular course. For example, it's like just if I give my example, so it will be like this person, and he gave she like gave the degree of like going to the masters in this particular field. For example, you can say that in artificial intelligence, and then you need that cash letter to apply for the visa. So is basically the confirmation letter from university to the visa office or the home office that this person is the student of our university and he's qualified to apply for the student visa. So you need a proof before applying for the student visa. So CAS is that proof for you to apply for the student visa. And there are a lot of other documents which you also need while like filling your visa application, and they all are like mentioned there. After you're done with all these details, you need to file your visa and complete your visa application. And there are two important first, CAS is very important for applying visa application. After that, two most important things are statement, which is like a particular amount of money which you need to have in your account, and then you after 29 days the mature statement. You need to give the proof of the mature statement and your TV test, and you need to attach them with your visa application, and you need to like show them while filing for the visa. And even like for before issuing the CAS, like the CAS deadline, and the like, some universities ask for your mature statement while giving you CAS, and some universities say that even if you like it's not a mature statement is basically is when is the particular amount of money in your account and 29 days like passed with that amount of money and there's no big transactions happened. So that's what the statement is, and it's a bank statement. So as for the cash letter, some universities, as I mentioned, they ask for the mature statement, and some said if you just mention that my statement started from this date and it will be like matured before applying my visa, so they also like got agree with it. It depends from university to university, but
So, in other words, you can say that the bank statement mentioned is the financial evidence, so that you are providing a financial evidence to your university and the home office that you have the money, like the fee money or the money you like have to like pay for staying there, or so you have to show the financial statement or evidence that I have the amount of money, this amount of money which will be like my fee which I will pay later. For example, as I mentioned, in initial fee, few students just pay their like admission fee or the 50% of fee, so the remaining fee is like need to be in your account, and you need to submit this financial evidence to the university that I have this like amount of money in my account, and it won't be issue for me later on to like pay my fees. So basically this is the actual meaning and details behind and reason behind the bank statement or the financial evidences. Moving on to next, we have the another very interesting topic which I tried to cover a little bit in it, so stay connected.
Now moving on to the skills. I would say that going into the new country and the new place, and most of the time you say that first of all, driving license, why it's necessary. I would mention that if I talk about the UK particularly, so in the environment and the weather here is very extreme. There are snowfall and all of a sudden rain starts and things like that. So as a student, I think it's very you can say that it's become a need for you to have a personal car, or in UK there is also a rule that you can't buy a vehicle without driving license. So it's very important to have your driving license. So I would suggest that you guys should get your driving license. And the other thing is that as a student, when you also come to the other country and you are allowed to do work, and it varies again. For the undergraduates, it's usually 10 hours per week, and for master students, it's 20 hours per week. You are allowed to do work as a part-time. So I would say that most of the students want to support themselves financially and pay their fee by themselves. So they want to be independent even while studying. So for getting the part-time jobs, I will mention some skills.
Now talking about the skills, other skills like except the driving lessons, as I talked about driving lessons a little bit. So now I will talk about the other short courses. So why I mentioned them here, reason is that when coming to another country as a student, and you are also allowed to work on your visa, so it's mentioned that you are allowed to work as part-time like 20 hours or 10 hours. It depends from like on your degree, that which degree you are going for example it's different for masters and undergraduate, so there is difference. So that's why most of the students like to do work also. And I would suggest that these are the skills that any of them, like you can learn about them and have short courses and learn these skills, like one of them or more than one, and get a certificate. Because I think even if you are like good in any of these, for example you are good in makeup and nail art, but you don't have a proper certificate or proper you didn't got up a skill, when you go somewhere for the job and they will ask you, so do you know this skill? You say yes, I'm good in nail art. So they will ask for some proof, like where you got your degree from, where you learned this skill, do you have a certificate, and these are the things. So I think it's very important, even if you are interested in any of these, you can learn that further. And in by learning it in short courses, maybe you can see it from a professional point of view, as like learning by ourselves is a little bit different from that. So I would suggest that even if you are already good in any of these, you should again you should learn these, like get a certificate for it. And as for the last two, hairdressers and butcher, these are for the boys, because of course both girls and boys come to the other countries for the job. So I have mentioned the different short courses, and especially for the boys can learn any of the other ones also, but these one are also particularly for the boys. So I would suggest that learn any skill you are like want to, because definitely everyone have their personal choices and preferences. Everyone likes different things. So according to your liking, whichever skill you think would be like good with my personality, and I would like to do this or that, so just learn about it before coming here. Now, thank you so much for the watching, and that's it for today's vlog. I would be like sharing other vlogs in which I would be talking about the study in UK and its pros and cons. Also, as I mentioned, I will explain the IELTS and other processes about the foreign study and details about things. So that's it for today's vlog. Don't forget to subscribe.